So I went to the wake. With Marion and her husband, I had to fake hug. I'd rather not have to encounter them, either of them at all. But with my cousins, I didn't have to fake anything. All that I had to do was, I was crying, all that I had to do was just remember my aunt, and then what a wonderful, person she was. Like I said, we had a falling out 5 years ago in the summer, but Marion was the catalyst to that, you know what I mean? But I already grieved for my aunt. I grieved for my aunt and my cousin back then. Because I had resigned myself to never seeing them again. And that's how it would have been, Marion and her husband got a fake hug. They didn't get my real tight, warm hug that only people I care about get. But my 3 cousins, and my aunt's, my uncle, my aunt's husband, who they met when they were in high school. They all got the warm, warm hugs. I hugged them tightly. I said, I'm so sorry. Because I know, just like I said, I said, they were all so close. Mom was so close to her 3 daughters. Hugged them. Mom had a closed casket. And I didn't want that. I wanted, probably because, her body was ravaged by cancer. She had a closed casket. But they had they had pictures showing on the TV. Just like I'd done with the CVS, all my old pictures that I've been taking pictures for 34 years. I scanned all my old ones. It's very time consuming, but you can also make make a flashing like disc of that. And that's what they did. So they had all old pictures. guess I picked him out. There were pictures of her when she was a kid. And pictures of her and her husband and her kids, of course. She picked him out. Only of her, immediate family. You know what I mean? Not, just her and her kids and the grandkids, but not, not of her. I watched them all. None of her friends and none of her brothers or sisters or anything. Just I'm grieving. So I hugged my cousins again. Didn't think that would ever happen. And then I saw people that I haven't seen, and her friends, man's friends, or brother-in-law or sister-in-law, whatever, people I haven't seen in so long. One of the friends who she drove out of state to get here. A friend my mom's been friends with forever, and my aunt who just passed away, been friends with forever, and she hugged me, and she's like, God, you're so skinny. Yeah. Little do you know that I said something like, yeah, I work really hard at it. Little do you know, not too long ago I was obese. But I hadn't seen her in I don't know how long. I don't know. But I was skinny when I moved to California, so I might have been. I was probably skinny the last time she saw me. She just didn't expect, because you get older and people usually get heavier, so. I don't know. I know Marion's husband had to be shocked as shit. Last time he saw me, I was about 70 pounds heavier. Didn't even want to hug him. My mom went to just shake his hand, and my Aunt Mary was like, don't you shake my husband's hand, Samantha, Basically saying you need to hug him, And I asked my mom about that, and she's like, well, I don't really talk to him, I'm not really close to him. I'm like, yeah, because he's a fucking asshole. And the woman who took us there, was saying to me, she's like, yeah, your aunt, Erin, used to pray for you all the time. She prayed that you would know God's love and see the light and whatnot, and I just didn't say anything. Didn't even say anything. And then she asked me about Marion. Did you talk to Marion? And I said something, and I tried to avoid Marion. And then I asked my mom later, I'm like, Erin used to always talk about how she wished I would reconcile with Marion too, huh, Mom? Yep. And then I said, this is all your fault, Mom, because you keep silent about everything. No one's ever knows the truth because you don't say a word. So it all just looks like I'm the bad guy. And that kind of fucking sucks. But Aaron's dead now, and I said to my mom, I said, well, you know, your new friend Ben, you know, he says you're wishy-washy. And I said, I told him I don't think you're even going to go through with any of this, but we'll see. And a cousin who, like that with Marion, you know, I didn't want to see her last time when she came down to visit, you know, man who just died, because they were going with Marion, you know, I don't want to go. And at the time, my mom was like, God, Laura, why are you like that, you know? If you've never experienced this, you can't imagine it. You can't just imagine what I'm fucking just... I can't take it anymore. I need hard drugs or good sex. And preferably the latter of the two. I'm just being funny. I don't do any drugs, let alone hard drugs. The woman who said, oh, you're so skinny. And thinking, I'm not any skinnier than when you were at my cousin's wedding and I was skinny then. I'm not any skinnier than I was before. You just don't remember, or you're just shocked because it's been so long and I'm still, you know, skinny now. You know, people just say things. But anyway, her daughter, I knew her, haven't seen her since we were kids. Like 30 years or something. I don't know when I haven't seen her. I don't know. I don't think she was even at my cousin's wedding. If she was, I don't remember, but even that was a long time ago. But this daughter of this woman, I haven't seen her in a long time. A lot of people, it was weird to see, you know, my aunts, you know, see like brothers-in-laws and sisters-in-laws and kids of, you know, that I knew when I was really young, and now they're as old as me, and, you know, and you know, and my uncle, you know, my aunt's husband, they're, you know, he can have brothers and sisters and whatnot, you know, and or even friends. My mom's friend, the one we drove over, was talking to somebody who I didn't know who it was. And then I said afterwards, who's that? And she goes, oh, that's so-and-so, a real good friend of the aunt who just died. Her son, who I haven't seen since I was, you know, young, 10, 11, 12. They just weren't people I would see. No, I'm sorry. I might have saw him when I was a little older, you know, but still, even if I saw him when I was 20, I'm 44 going on 45 now, you know? It's so weird.